We have breaking news. A magnitude 6.1 earthquake has struck near Tokyo. Officials say there is no threat of a tsunami. The quake occurred at 10:41 p.m. on Thursday, about an hour and a half ago. The focus of the quake was in Chiba Prefecture, east of Tokyo, at a depth of 80 kilometers. The tremor was widely felt in the greater Tokyo area. Now, the quake registered an intensity of 5+ on Japan's seismic scale of 0 to 7 in Tokyo and neighboring Saitama Prefecture. Local authorities have received several reports of injuries, but they say there are no reports of major structural damage. You can see this is Meguro in central Tokyo. Water from a river has overflowed onto the roads. If you are driving, make sure that you go slowly and do not hit the brakes immediately. It is extremely dangerous, so be sure to go slowly and keep your lights on. The Japan Meteorological Agency will hold a news conference at 12:50 a.m. Friday in about 40 minutes to give more details of the earthquake. And Prime Minister Kishida Fumio is in his office overseeing the government's response. Let's take a look.
22時43分
The Prime Minister's office had set up task force at 10:43 p.m. At the same time, I gave Prime Minister instruction. There are 4 points. First, we'll collect information and grasp the latest situation. The second point, cooperate with the local governments to rescue people affected by this earthquake with whole of government effort. And the third point, we'll provide accurate information to the Japanese people. And the fourth point, will prevent the spread of any damage. So these 4 points were gave as instruction from the Prime Minister.
And as I mentioned earlier, authorities reported several injuries in the Tokyo area. They say there are no reports of major damage at the moment. An expert has warned of the possibility of similar quakes in the coming week and urges people to remain cautious. Now, the earthquake affected public transportation in the greater Tokyo area. Railway officials say services on the Tokaido, Jōetsu, and Hokuriku Shinkansen bullet train lines are suspended. Some households in the Tokyo area are without electricity. Many elevators automatically stopped due to safety measures and have not yet restarted. Officials say no abnormalities have been detected at nuclear-related facilities in Ibaraki and Kanagawa prefectures near Tokyo. They're continuing to check the facilities. Officials are warning residents to be cautious of structural damage that may have already occurred in the affected areas. Now, if you hear creaking sounds from a building or if you discover cracks in walls, leave and go to an evacuation center or a sturdy building nearby immediately. If you're faced with a power outage, use a flashlight and wear slippers or shoes even when walking indoors because of the risk of sharp objects. And one of our colleagues has sent this report right after the tremor struck as she was heading to her office from home.
It's a little past 11 p.m., about 15 minutes after the quake, and the high-rise apartment that I live in, central Tokyo, the elevator has completely stopped, and people who are coming home, they're climbing the stairs, and people like me who are trying to get out are climbing down the stairs. So I see quite a few people who are using the stairs right now because this is the only means they can either get in or out of the apartment building.